This video brought to you by Green Man Gaming. Green Man Gaming. The Ukraine link is also down there, so I guess now you have some choices as to where you could go. You got it, Mr. VTuber man.
The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover, Vignier. During an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result.
Oh no.
Vacher learned of the
So
primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignier back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson.
Poisson.
During the course of his research,
Vacher
Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth. However,
Sounds
as
like
he
a drug.
accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rasula.
Oh no.
After exchanging blows with Spina di Rasula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president, Callus, at a banquet.
Heavy-handed.
Although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene.
No one will
And
ever
just
believe
recently,
you.
Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all.
Ha ha! Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vacher.
Thing looked like I'm about to pull for Honkai Star Rail. God, that's bright.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vacher is
So you say it like
guilty.
the Oratrice Mécanique de l'Elise Cardinal.
Away. Good. It's what he deserves.
Yeah!
The serial disappearances case is over now.
Guilty.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Yippee! We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice!
Great.
He's hurt so many
Does that mean we
innocent
could go
people, and
swimming now?
He's finally getting what he deserves. Huh? Are you okay?
Can we go swimming now? I've actually only done about 40% of Fontaine. And that's after, like 2 weeks of work.
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
I'm actually sitting on a lot of primos.
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
Justice.
Yeah,
Forgot him.
yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner.
You know, I have a name.
See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
I mean, it's
Well,
not.
now,
but
hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending.
Yay.
Since it's been such a great show, I'll
No,
just let the
don't-
false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
Okay, goodbye.
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
Oh.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
What about the bank robbery?
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
What?
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary?
I'm with
Haven't
him.
you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
He is a side character.
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Through evidence presented in the
And
public trial
guilty
that was just
anyway.
held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
You always say it like that.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale,
Stop
Mr.
fucking saying it
Tartaglia
like that.
is
It's funny.
guilty.
Wait, what?
What?
Huh?
Hey! That's not funny. Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
It might
Huh?
be.
This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
This has never happened?
Have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
I mean... Child did rob a bank.
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict.
On what grounds?
Please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
I don't know if you can. Child. What?
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
Oh boy, here he goes. He's got a new coat and everything. Child. Child, go to jail. You're making a scene. Oh, whoa.
He's activating his spell legacy!
Should we do something? I mean...
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Also, you just broke a lot of robots. I didn't know he could hit that hard. Jesus.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court.
Oratrice Mécanique
All I do
d'Analyse
is follow
Cardinale.
court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
So then...
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
You sound really standoffish. I mean, like, wow.
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
She did?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
The cracks in the facade. They're starting to show.
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of random mishap? Don't tell me you thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
Oh my god, she's doubling down.
The way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on. However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up drama and excitement.
Oh my god, she's
And-
doubling down.
Of course, for every performance, there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment! If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence.
I don't like you.
Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable!
I mean, he robbed a bank.
All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict.
Die Oratrice Beckendick Denelise Cardinal.
Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress,
You're
I
the
shall be
lead?
the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
I don't think that.
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
I wasn't gonna anyway.
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea.
Great. So we're gonna have to deal with her.
However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
Okay, so we're all on the same side.
Right. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now.
We visit him in jail.
After
Did he
all,
have visitors?
he's done plenty of bad stuff. So he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
He did rob a bank. Oh, shit. Did I see, a scenery overlook somewhere? Huh, thought I did. Apparently not. Okay. Well, let's see if this is the end of the chapter, seeing as how this video is getting long in the tooth. I don't know what that saying means, but...
Hey, what are you
He's
doing?
running!
Quick, stop him! Traveler! Hey, Traveler!
Marcel, what are you doing over here?
He's come to kill us!
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
With charge of resisting
no,
arrest.
wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vacher? I erased
it?
all records of that name. So, unless...
We found your stupid
Are
workshop.
you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Oh no, wait. That's right. 4 videos ago, we did meet her.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it?
So it's like a Freudian thing.
The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please, please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life.
It won't
You can
work.
do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
This request Is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
It's worth more than all the lives of the people you
Will
killed?
they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs?
Are you not human?
Very well. I will grant your request.
Why?
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Okay, so his rank is Chief
Thank
Justice.
you.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Alright, come on. Fountain's right outside. I don't think it's gonna work, but we'll give it a shot. How many primos am I sitting on anyway? Actually, I'm about to get a bunch more because we're about to finish up the chapter. Or, well, the part of the chapter. Chapter would be the entire region, but... Oh my god. Okay. Let's see what happens. Why is it nighttime?
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
I drank water from the primordial sea. It heightened my sensitivity.
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well? Oh, in that case...
And it should work.
Vache.
Ah!
It works?
Yes, that's it. So you heard it too.
Vignier, it's me! It's me, Vache!
Vache? Vache.
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vignier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
He starts
Be careful!
climbing in the fountain and...
Wait!
Climbing in the fountain and,
Vignier, is that you? It's me, Vache! Vignier!
Where are we?
Vache. Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me.
Or kill all those people.
You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
20 years.
It's been more than 20 years.
Oh, it's been more than 20?
I
Okay.
suffered for over 20 years since the day you left. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me.
You need to get a hobby.
I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this?
A hobby outside of melting
Vignier,
people.
You are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
What are you saying?
You should just
If
die.
not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day. If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
Oh, this is vicious.
You... Wait, you are not Vignier. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vignier. I am the sacrifices.
Oh, this is so much better.
Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea.
So
Our
that's
thoughts
why they
circulated
kept saying his
endlessly within
name.
the primordial sea, and we were no longer individuals, but we became one, just as streams of water come together in the sea.
Like a hive mind.
I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not
is Vignier.
This is so much better than him being reunited.
Where is Vignier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you.
Oh!
This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became?
I've been saying that for an entire video. Oh my god.
You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist.
More.
The only thing you are not is Vignier's beloved.
More. Tear him apart.
From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vignier's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
This is great.
Yeah. She can't hate me. Let me see her. Please. Have mercy.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vignier. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you.
And now hang up the phone.
She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Hell yes.
Vache. Vache? Vache. 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 Drown.
We should do this with every criminal. But this is great. I like this. Several days. Oh my god. Look, okay, I gotta walk the dog. Can we resume this recording when I get back?
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
Yeah, okay, the dog. Okay, now we can finish.
Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Oh, really? Oh, right, I turned off auto mode.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Well, I mean, you know, life prophecies fulfilled.
Hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon. Who wouldn't treasure having a partner like me?
I mean, we could poll for her, but...
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days, Navia. What have you been busy with since the trial?
Work?
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the courts in Seine.
Right?
Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father.
Ooh.
We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to come.
Oh.
This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attended.
Oh, nice.
So his name's definitely been cleared now. That's what we like to hear.
That's what we worked
It's
so
been the
goddamn
dearest
long
wish
on.
of Demoiselle all along.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. I'm so glad I didn't give up on the case all those years ago.
Yeah, the melting people thing, that's pretty frickin' weird.
Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service. Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way she'd just let me go.
Uh-huh.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too? The Charlotte? Journalist from the Steambird?
Yeah, way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, she was all over me. Wouldn't take no for an answer. I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness, Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose. To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since.
Goody.
She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wish has finally come true too.
Yay, everybody's
anyway,
happy.
I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering
Except
the
Child.
opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
Now that's another thing to look forward to. We trust Charlotte's skills with a pen for sure.
Oh, and in other news, I also took Clarande out for a meal.
Clarande?
Oh, are you two on better terms now?
While you were investigating Vaché's headquarters, Clarande gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time, so we took the chance to reconcile with each other.
Oh, that's great. Paimon also thought Clarande wasn't actually a bad person. It's always good to have more friends.
I mean, what if she is a bad person?
Now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness. Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
For God's sake!
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended.
Do you want
And
me
on
to
top
go
of that,
with you?
Just how much people still look up to him, to this day. That includes me, too.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
Fuck.
We want to go too. We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
I just want this video to end on
Sure
the
thing.
goddamn
I'd like you two to share the moment with
act
me.
complete
After all,
card.
without you, there might not have been such a positive ending.
And that has been
In
impossible.
that case, everyone, let's be off. Considering the recent weather, we'll be lucky if we can reach Poisson before dark.
God, this...
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining non-stop for a few days now.
We don't need to... Wait, why? It was raining when we left, too.
This is where my father's grave is. To be perfectly honest, even I haven't been back here for a long time.
It's...
Huh?
This game has been
There's
keeping us on
someone there.
rails for a really long while, actually.
That figure. It can't be. Isn't that Nervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
Actually, why is he here?
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown, but still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
But I
You really could use
reserve
some
the
pointers on
right
understanding
to
human emotions,
resume in
Mr.
the future.
Neuvillette. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Poisson.
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway?
Justice.
There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival.
That's
But
really...
Mr. Callus proved me utterly, and decisively wrong.
That is really
If
short-sighted.
not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day.
How could you have possibly
Mr.
never
Callis made
considered
the
that?
choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice. A justice that's higher than life itself. So you
That's a
asked
pretty
me
high
why
justice.
I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callis in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before.
I'm not.
So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh?
Like my D&D
That reminds me of
character.
Silver, one of my guys.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
Ah, so Navia and Neuvillette seem to have made their peace as well. Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after they're done.
Does that mean that we can... For God's sake, I hate this game. I hate it so much. I just want to go out and kill stuff. Why can't that be an objective? We're always talking to each other.
Paimon didn't know that was a thing. But Paimon doesn't know what she would do if she can't fly.
You would walk.
Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too mad.
Her face! Her fucking face!
Anyway, Neuvillette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina, we can at least talk to him, right?
I could have split this video in half. In fact, I might have to. This is ridiculous.
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
Haven't I done that before, actually?
We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I read
see,
that as
I see.
NVIDIA.
Then is there something that I can help you with?
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this since you're usually super busy. So we figured we could try to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my pleasure to return the favor.
Prophecy, because we're probably gonna have to deal with that.
That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away for good. Does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
That's right! It was Linny that told us back then. And that about covers all the main points.
I mean, he's
Yes,
Fatui,
up to the
though.
present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon? Wow. This is the first time that we've ever heard of it.
Two parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels, and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved.
That's global
We
warming.
should be more vigilant, and stay on the watch for further signs. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose. If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But with Farina being the way she is, can we really trust her to solve it?
Is
No.
there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Just the important one.
Your sibling, another blonde-haired traveler. I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that description. If he ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure he followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epicles.
It's been 4
Is there
years.
anything else you'd like to ask me about?
And we still have no answers. And no, how do I leave those? Alright, fine.
My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
But you also said you thought he was innocent.
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness. Which is all to say, I've been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
We must rebel.
So when Lenny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate.
Ooh.
In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though, with her time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama.
Yeah.
While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede.
Where is that, anyway?
If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the law.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
Fight!
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
No. No, please let me leave. For fuck's sake, fine, we'll go through all of them.
So, at court, the bad guys referred to that special water as water from the primordial sea, but what is it really?
Actually, I'm wondering that
Truthfully,
myself.
that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vache and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
So it really was where everything began. It makes sense to call it primordial then.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface.
Then where is it?
What Vache discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Neuvillette. But if that's the case, then why would people, at least people from Fontaine, dissolve in that kind of water?
Because they're made of water.
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead? To be frank,
Resetting the
that also
universe
doesn't match
to
my understanding
zero.
of this world and its laws. There must still be
Come on,
some
haven't you ever
unknown
played
secrets
Infinite
around
Space?
the people of this land. Is there
I mean, you gotta
anything
play it all the
else
way to
you'd
the
like
end,
ask me
but...
about?
Alright, no more questions.
Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memornia.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette. Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around
Crime
the clock
never
as well.
sleeps.
This is merely
And neither
the
do
nature
I.
of the justice's work.
Justice.
All right, you've got a point. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
The rain stopped a while ago. Oh, God. Finally.
You know, we've been walking around for a while now. Why don't we go back to the Spina di Rosula base in the court of Fontaine and have a nest.
I would
Nadia
literally...
said something about having a place ready for us there, didn't she? Come on, let's go.
Next time.